Alright, so how is everyone? Last time I put a video up, we were using the Rhino, that TS-12, to mow down some really heavy brush, way overgrown weeds, thorn patches, saplings. It was just some pretty nasty stuff. And anyway, today we're at it's actually my great aunt's place. Well, this is a place that I will mow for hay once a year, and anyway, the rest of the time I just kind of keep a bush hog for her and keep it down and keep it nice and trimmed. So I wanted to show you guys what this mower will do on a very light type cut, and show you what it looks like, and also kind of give you an overview of the mower itself. This thing, I mean, if you got a pretty decent sized yard and it's not, I guess if you're debating between like a big zero turn or a big finish mower or something like this, my gosh, this thing just lays down. And I'll show you here in a minute. We'll go for a ride, and I'll show you a comparison of where the field was, and I'll show you how tall the grass is. It's not super tall. It's what you would, it's way past you would mow with a lawnmower, but it's definitely lighter than it really needed to be bush hogged. I was just trying to keep some weeds down. This is the field that the Johnson was taller. The Johnson grass was taller than my other 50-horse tractor. Well, anyway, it did a great, I'll show you what it did for the Johnson grass as well. I don't know if you can kind of see it over here. That lighter green with the big blades, that's the Johnson grass. And I don't know if you remember, but this exact same little piece, it was just smothered in Johnson grass. So anyway, I'll give you guys an overview of this mower, my thoughts about it, some of the things that I discovered on it, and then I want you to see, what it's laying down. Don't get me wrong, a zero turn or a lawnmower, it does do a better job, but I'm in a cab of a tractor with the AC on. I have a radio on if I want, and it's laying down 12 feet at a time instead of my zero turns 61 inches, so this is 12 feet. But anyway, I want to show you guys the mower, and just show you what it's mowing, and kind of give you a quick overview of it and what my thoughts are. And maybe if somebody's looking at one of these, it'll help them make a decision. So let's take a peek at this thing. So this is the mower itself. Like I said, it's a TS-12 Rhino. They call it a stealth. But anyway, very nice, very well built. The deck, the metal is very thick, and it'll give you gauges if you look at them. I can't remember exactly. You'll have to pull it up and see if it's like a 10 or like a 10 gauge steel or what it actually is. I know it was on the heavier side compared to like a Land Pride, and I think the woods was very similar as far as the gauge of the metal. It's got 3 gearboxes. Let's see, one over here, the middle, and over on the side. That runs your 3 different sets of blades. There's 2 blades per cutter. I would open this up, but I got my little zip tie in there to hold this wire loom that I kind of put together. But the splitter box is actually inside here, and it's what shoots off your gearboxes. It's got kind of a funky hookup on it. That's how it is. It's actually just got a bolt that runs through it, and you just kind of tighten it down. It was kind of a hassle to hook up, mainly because it's, you just can't drop a pin in it and be good to go. You actually have to get a socket and a wrench and just kind of tighten it to specs. Now, I won't go over that, but it does give you like, how you're supposed to tighten it in inches as far as the drawbar for your you have to make. And then of course it's got a hydraulic hookup, and then your for your actual blades. Now I thought this was going to come with 2 hydraulic hoses, one for your wings and one to lift it up and down. And I thought I was just going to have to put one on there, but it does a great job with that, and I'm probably not going to mess with it. It'll lift the height before it lifts the wings up, so it does a good job if you're coming up on a stump or a rock or something. But if you saw that other video of what this thing was mowing, and I haven't cleaned it off or anything, this is just, you know, it's got some clippings and stuff like that on it. But just very nice, very well built piece of machinery. They are kind of expensive. Like I said, if you were, you know, if you're looking to mow pretty decent, like if your yard, you have a pretty decent sized yard, and maybe you don't want to mow the whole thing with a mower, I would strongly recommend just kind of checking these things out, see what you can maybe get one for. They make a TS-10, and I know Woods makes one, Land Pride and stuff like that, so you can make that decision on your own. This one just seemed to be the heaviest built, and for what I was going to use. And it also has the, I believe it has the fastest tip speed for your blades, so that's where you're kind of more of a finish cut versus like a, you know, a single spindle bush hog. But anyway, it's kind of a weird looking picture. Looks like my cab is a million. Anyway, kind of messed with my vision a little there. But this is it. That's the M4, and that is how big, how wide it is in comparison. Let me zoom out just a little bit more here. That gives you an idea of the size of the machine in comparison. So if you have like a 50 or 60 horsepower tractor, whatever it is, it'll give you an idea of how big it would be behind it. And it is heavy. You know, it weighs 2,800 pounds. It says you can use a you know, 35 horsepower tractor. My gosh, it's just pretty heavy. It'd have to be pretty flat land. You wouldn't be able to use it on land like this. I just don't think it would have enough weight to pull it. So anyway, it's got like 700 or 800 pounds just on the tongue weight, and so you've got to have a pretty decent sized drawbar, you know, to bang and beat around. And one of these days I am going to hook this to my 50 horsepower tractors and just see what it does. That's why I bought this one, because it was supposed to be able to be ran by my bigger tractor and then my smaller tractors. I want something that I could use on both of them. So we'll see if it fits the bill, but it just might be a little bit too heavy for how our ground around here is set up. But let's take a little ride here and I'll show you the cut difference, or what it actually lays down. Oh, I want to pick on these newer tractors a little bit. These newer tractors, they don't have a PTO engagement that is like hydraulically driven. It's just like an electric switch, and there's just no way to ease into your PTO, and it just really bothers me. You think they would be able to figure that out so it'd be a little easier on the implements. I tried to just kind of go a little bit. You see how violent that kind of is? Especially with your wings up and the blades kind of folded down. You turn that thing on and it just feels like it's going to rip that bush hog in half. It just shakes it really bad. But anyway, that's my gripe. Wish they would have done that a little bit better. Even on my L5030, it's a hydro, and I can use the clutch and ease into it just nice and slow, and it just does a better job. But these other tractors, they just didn't think about that, or what? Maybe they just didn't care. I don't know. Now this is see where I've mowed, where I haven't mowed. This is what kind of patch it's laying down. Let me slow this thing down a little bit here so I can hold this and steer at the same time. Let's see if I can spin you around here and let you guys see what it's actually mowing down. You guys are looking at these and you want to know what kind of patch it lays down. This is about close to a representation or demonstration I think you can get. I'm very pleased with it. I just wish I wouldn't have waited so long to buy one of these. That's what it's laying down. We'll get over here to this other side and I'll show you the difference. You can even see it between where the lawnmower mode and where this batwing mode, or I'm sorry, flex wing. You can't say batwing, I don't think. That is one nice thing about this M4 though, is that D-clutch. That is, you can shift gears. You don't even have to touch the clutch, so if you're making film for people or videos for people and stuff, you don't even have to use your feet. This is just a little patch over here. I don't know, maybe a few acres. Let's go over here where it gets some mowing. Right there, son. I'll take you over here. So that was all the Johnson that we killed earlier this year. This was just overrun. So it really put a hurting on it. Put some more seed down. So I try to keep this video short. I just wanted you to see this real quick and then we'll go ahead and end it. Okay, so over here, that close to that tree there, it was just mowed. She just put the mower up, but it was just mowed with a lawnmower. And you might be able to see where those tires of the Rhino just there to the left. But right next to the tree was done with a lawnmower, a little John Deere or something or other, and on the left side that was the field that we just mowed. So, there you go. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day.